And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. To Six of Swords Tarot. All right. I feel like I'm getting my mojo back. We had a new moon in Taurus yesterday. Give us that Taurus energy, baby. Let's grow. Let's grow. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. All right. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good. And bring forward people who need to connect with me today so that I can best help for the highest and greatest. And so it is. All right. Up first today, we have the lovely SB. The lovely SB. And Chris, hello, baby. How are you? I'm so happy to be back reading on a Monday. Like last week was kind of crazy. Oh, we have the lovely Chris as well. So here's my list. I have SB. Whoops. And we have Augustus here, gracing us with his presence. SB and Chris. Hi, honey. What you doing, big boy? Here's my Aries. My Aries child. My youngest son thinks he's a grown man now. Hi, baby Gus Gus. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi to your fellow Aries brother. He's a good bean. He just has no, he doesn't have self-awareness or body awareness. I also feel like he doesn't care. But that's baby Augie. But everyone loves him. He's a good boy, huh? He likes to eat a lot of food. And yeah. He's a good bean. All right, we got SB up first. What you doing, baby? Go on. SB, you're up first, girl. Go ahead and post your questions and we will get right into it. Here is our list, and we're going to keep on keeping on. As always, I have 3 reading options for you if you want to book a private reading with me. Oh yeah, cool. No worries. I got you. All right, so we're going to kick it off with SB, and then let me spam my own stuff. I'm a one-woman show today. I don't know if I'm going to have any mods on here, which is totally fine. But no, I love to read on Mondays. I don't know what it is. And anywho, that's what's up. That is what is up. Okay. All right, SB is up first. Let me go to the PayPal and we shall see what you want to talk about. Oh yes, they fixed the email so I can see the whole thing now. All right, number 1, we're starting with SB. I took a pause from my friendship from G. Can I get insight into this friendship dynamic? Known her 10 years, trying to decide what to do next. Okay, perfect deck for this and great question. Great question. You know, there may have been some things that came up or things that were building. Moving into the new moon, because there was like some grand cross energy that was going on. Last week was also a little bit, if you have any fixed sign energy in your chart, it could have been a little bit triggering, or there could have been some testing moments for you. Spirit, show me. The other thing I'll say is, give me 1 second, because I want to tap in. So this friendship from G, I want to tap into this G person. Okay, give me 1 second. I feel like this is much needed. I don't necessarily feel like this is the end of the road, but I think you have to make decisions as to what kind of people and what kind of energy that you are going to allow around you moving forward. Give me 1 second. I got a crisscross chair for a reason, and I'm going to use it. Okay. This chair is so much better than my other one. Okay. The other thing I'll say, SB, and I think you've lived long enough. I think you've lived enough life. Not necessarily, it's not even an age thing, but I think it's an experience thing where I think you understand that relationships shift and morph and change. I'm assuming this is a female friendship. I'm a Taurus moon that's fixed, right? Yes, ma'am, it is. So this could have brought up like new feelings to you with this Taurus new moon, that maybe you were like, man, like, how do I really feel about this? Even things, relationships that you thought would be a certain way forever, sometimes things change, right? And once we live long enough, we realize that it's like, yeah, when I look at, I really value the female friendships and the female bonds that I have in my life, because that's been my primary source of bonding. And I really value that for myself. But I will also say that, like, those dynamics have changed. Like, people who I thought I would talk to forever, you know what I mean? Like, people I've talked to forever, like, or I thought I would be friends with forever, like, those things shift and change, right? And allow yourself to like move with those tides, because it's okay we evolve as people. We don't always stay the same. Hopefully we don't always stay the same. Let's see what's going on in this friendship. Okay. What's going on in this friendship dynamic? What advice do we have for SB? Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. Is it reciprocal? Do you feel drained? Are they generous of spirit? Do they offer assistance to you, or are they draining you? Is it a two-way street? We have culmination, satisfaction, 10 of Pentacles. I think you're asking yourself, have we reached a final stage of this friendship? We have the High Priestess. I think there may have been things that you were putting off, things and feelings that you had felt in the relationship, and maybe something finally smacked you in the face about this relationship to say, like, you know what, I need to take a break. I need to take a step back. I don't know if they're dating someone that you don't like, or they have a history, or vice versa. Maybe they were jealous of someone that you dated here. With this, and I'm not saying that like you're jealous of anyone they've dated, but the King of Cups here is saying that there's some type of man that could have potentially come between the two of you in this friendship. Or maybe there's a man that's influencing her to be someone that maybe you don't really recognize anymore, or someone that you don't really want to be around. We have the Page of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. And the Four of Swords. So I do think that you have made the right decision here with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is an energy of solitude, healing, and kind of pulling your energy back towards yourself for the time being. I also have the Four of Pentacles, which is an energy of conservation, practicality, and kind of holding back energy for yourself. So having both of these fours is definitely confirmation for you that you are making the right choices. I also will say that you really need to trust your intuition here with the High Priestess, because, and it's funny, this High Priestess she's kind of holding her head like, I don't know if she's upset with herself that she didn't listen to herself sooner, but Spirit has been trying to, I love her, but it feels off. I'm happy she started a new relationship. It's her, yeah, okay. No, that makes sense. And maybe allow her, yeah, I think taking a step back. Now, this doesn't mean things are over forever. Taking a break has you feeling great, good. I think you're doing the right thing. I don't necessarily feel like this friendship is over, but I do think that you need to take some time and space for yourself and take a breather. And, she has another distraction, so maybe she won't be, all up in your business or blowing you up all the time either, right? Let's see what else I have here. Let me know if you need any clarification here. At the top of the deck, I have 9 of Pentacles, and which again is another single person, and we have Judgment. I think that you're making the right calls for yourself. And I also feel like by making this decision, you are allowing yourself, you are trusting yourself more, that your barometer of how you're feeling is like bang on right now. So I definitely feel like you're doing the right thing. Don't feel guilty about it. If you're feeling great, sometimes when we take a break or we block someone or whatever, like I know that I sometimes like feel guilty, like, oh my God, am I a bad person for doing this? And it's like, no, like you're doing the right thing for you. Especially if it's making you feel awful and that person, that person may not understand, and you don't need to explain it to them, right? The High Priestess isn't really using words. She's going all off of vibes, illumination, knowledge here. Feeling what feels true to her. No jealousy towards you. I'm not picking up jealousy, but I am picking up that I think that you are more emotionally intelligent than G is. And I think that she realizes that she may not be as in touch with her emotions as you are, but I'm not necessarily picking up a jealousy about that. We have freedom. Yeah, there's some reason for you to feel like you need to break free from this relationship right now. Healing, focusing on yourself. We also have financial health. Maybe you really want to focus your energy on your finances right now. I'm actually going to pull from the Moon deck because I want to see where, I don't know, I just feel drawn to this deck for this reading. You're very close to achieving your goal. Prosperity lies ahead, and this is new moon in Taurus. How freaking funny is that? So yeah, I think this is the right move. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Maybe there was a reason that you decided to step away, even temporarily. And the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles is like, yeah, I'm going to hold back this energy, but it doesn't necessarily imply permanence, right? So when you feel called again to return or try in this friendship, or maybe you decide to create new boundaries, or you show up in the friendship in a different way that works for you. I am 38 years old and I'm still really struggling with boundaries. And it's very difficult for me. I don't know really why. But, you know, maybe it's maybe for me it's a lifelong thing. Some people are better at it than others, I guess. We have Taurus here, we have Capricorn here. So yeah, you did not make this decision lightly. This was a very practical approach to making this decision. Like Taurus and Capricorn isn't like willy-nilly doing shit. Neptune, 11th house, Cancer. I don't think that you really feel like, I think you guys are different people. And I think that you may need friendships that are a little bit deeper and a little bit more nurturing with that King of Cups energy versus the Page of Cups. I think that you just have a more nurturing capacity. And you said you struggle too. So here's the thing, like, I beat myself. So I actually had something happen to me like yesterday and the day before. And I go into something and I tell myself like, I'm going to be very closed off. I don't want to make friends. I'm not going to open myself up. But my general demeanor is actually to be very friendly to people. And then what happens is, it sounds horrible. People want to be my friend. And then I'm like, hold on, I don't have time. And I also really need to protect myself because you could really harm me. And I need to like suss you out and figure out who you are before I let you in my life. And anyways, I know that probably sounds horrible, but like I have to be very, very, very careful who I let in my life from this point moving forward because I have made mistakes and I don't want to make any more mistakes. So anyways, I basically told someone I would do something, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, that's probably not a good idea. Like I really need to like vet these people before I allow them to be around my energy for X amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So whether that's new people or like maybe for people who are, but maybe it's those of us who are like, I don't know. Maybe some empathic people struggle with stuff like that. It's like I go into things with the best of, you know, whatever, but I don't want to be taken advantage of. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. And so I go into it, and then it's like I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm having this authentic connection, which I very well could be. But I think I got caught up in some stuff the last couple years in the city that I moved into, where there was a lot of like lies and deception, stuff I never really experienced before, where people were like lying about everything, and I was like, hold on, like I didn't even, like, it was just really weird. And so now it really messed me up for a while. So now I'm like I have to be very, 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 very careful who I let around me. Okay. And you would think as an intuitive, well, I mean, I kind of guess I did know, but anyway. Okay, your next question is, sorry, I'm rambling. You guys are fine with it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can. If you want to send me or the cats a housewarming. Yes, that's the thing. I'm a freaking human. I'm a human that knows how to read tarot cards. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, your next question is, you're trying to decide what to do next. I think you need to take a breather and sit. So to answer your question, sit in that energy, take a breather. You made the right decision. When you feel like the time is right or you want to go back to her energy, you know, you can reach out or respond to her if she reaches out to you. But taking the break right now, I feel like is a great idea. All right, your next question is, be the Taurus feelings for me. All right, Spirit, show me be the Taurus. Be the Taurus feelings for SB Two of Wands. Communicating, making plans. The Three of Cups. We have the Magician. Is someone a smooth talker? Whoa. What's going on here? What is going on here? Has this person, Ace of Pentacles, we have the Lovers at the top of the deck. Has this person tried to make plans with you and then like made excuses as to, I don't even remember. I might remember as we continue on. Sometimes I do some of my energy. I did a huge cleansing. What day was it? I had a rough week last week, so I think I cleansed on Saturday actually. So I moved a lot of energy out. Anyway, does this person kind of say one thing and do another, and are they a little bit of a smooth talker? I'm having trouble trusting this person right now. He got called for duty, so we have to reschedule. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I should deliver this message. I'm going to start with justice. I'm going to start with the end here, and then we're going to work our way back. Lady Justice comes and says, everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. I think there was something that stepped in, whether this is him going on, getting called to duty or, whatever. I don't know what is, he's not in the U.S. because we don't call it that. Right? Or maybe you are. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, is he somewhere else? Or he got deployed, or he's like active duty, or anyways. Here's the situation. I don't know that this is the forever person for you. I am picking up something a little bit manipulative about this person that is very concerning to me. In the cards, entertainment purposes only. Why do I say that? I have the Magician, I have the Three of Swords, I have the Three of Cups here. I have the King of Swords, who is not very empathetic, but is intelligent. And this is telling me that like plans were made and plans were broken. He is in the U.S. Okay, sorry. I was like, what is going on? I have people from all over the world, so apologies. You're fine. Sorry for being dumb. But anyways, I think that he has connections with other women. Now, I'm not saying he's a bold-faced liar, but I do feel like there is a little bit of manipulation in his energy that I don't love. I think it's are you guys in, I don't know what the nature of this relationship is. Like, was this someone that you were getting to know again? Or is this someone that like, you were just like, you're not in a commitment with this person, right? Because I see them connected to other women. And I do think that there is a possibility of heartbreak here. And I think things have changed. I do think that they like you, but I feel like this is someone who is keeping their options open, and them, getting called to duty is kind of buying them time to continue to explore things with other people too. Is that a crime? No. Like, if you guys are just getting to know each other, yeah, okay, this is someone that you had reconnected with. So yeah, I do think that they are talking to other people, but I do think that this person is not always the most He's in the process of a divorce. Yeah. So this is buying him time. I also don't know that this is, like, if you want to get to know him on a friendship level, great, but I don't know that you really want to dive into something with someone until maybe that divorce is, like, over. That's another reason why Lady Justice could be presenting herself here, because she's saying, you know, there could be some type of legal matter coming in to this as well. But with the Five of Pentacles, I don't know that he has enough energy and capacity to give you. Yeah. So here's the deal. I don't know that he has like the mental, emotional, and spiritual capacity to meet you where you are and give you what you want. Does that make sense? Like, I'm just kind of feeling like you're in a place where you are open and ready to do your thing. And if he isn't there because he's in the middle of a divorce and he just got called to duty and he's got, like, he does not seem like someone who is, like, open and ready to dive into something. But I feel like you are. And I don't feel like that is fair or equal energy, okay? But that's not your question. Your question is, what are his feelings for you? I do think that he likes you. I don't think that he's taking it very seriously. I'm not seeing a lot of emotion here, and I'm also starting to see a little bit of avoidance start to creep in here. We have Taurus. Taurus in the 12th house with Pluto. So we're talking about transformation, we're talking about hiding things, and we're talking about, I do feel like there is a little bit of change here. And this could have to do with one of the women that's in his life. I don't know if he would, like, go back to the person he is. You're right, friend. I don't know if he would end up going back to his ex or there's something going on there. But when I see Lady Justice in a reading like this, even if, and I know that there is a legal matter going on, however, for you, this is telling me that, like, the universe is evening things out for you and making things in your life the way that they're supposed to be. And because you guys are not connecting at this time, there was some type of divine act that didn't allow that to happen, right? And that being, you know, being him getting called to duty or whatever. We have worth waiting for. We have very soon. And we do have true love. Now, I do think that there was real love there at one point, maybe in the past. I'm not going to lie. I have the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles here. I really don't want to see that in a romance reading. Okay? Let me see. I also don't think he's in an emotional place to enter something if he is, you know, just walking away from a marriage. And maybe he was leaning on you because he felt like you were a source of emotional stability and it felt really good. But there's some things that he really still needs to navigate for himself. We have birds, we have the coffin, and we have the fox. There it is. So the fox is a little bit of a sly character. You see this mask here, this mask of deception that the fox wears. And I feel like he was kind of all in, and now he's slowly walking it back. I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see him kind of creep back and make excuses now. And I don't know whether that's him going back to work or him getting back with his ex or him dealing with other people, with the birds being around here. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to deliver this as kindly as I can here, but that's what entertainment purposes only. I'm just a cat lady on the internet. I could be totally wrong here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. But that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing for today. So yeah, let him. He's detaching, I notice. No, I'm good. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm really sensitive, and I'm like, I don't know that I would be able to receive half of the tarot readings that I give. But I'm built to give the information, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Chris, up next we have the beautiful Chris. Thank you so much. I think more with my head these days. I'm going to observe. Exactly. Just, you'll feel it out. You Taurus moons are good eggs. I love a Taurus moon. All right, Chris. Here's our list. We got Chris up next. Yes, you can. Welcome in. Oh, for sure, SB. Yeah. We're just chilling. All right. All right, Chris. Newbie, hi, how are you? I've missed you, boo. How you doing? All right, Chris, let's get into it. Okay, they're taking me right to your throat chakra. The first, it was funny. They were showing me like blue, 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 blue. I don't know if there's a company with a blue logo, but I also feel like this is all connected to your throat chakra. Thank you, Spirit. I remember you said you had reached out to someone. Did you follow through with that? Because I actually feel like that's you taking the step that you needed to take. Is Chris going to hear back from a past job or boss? We have the Devil. Damn. Four of Cups. Annoyed. Waiting. Magician. Yeah, I think the tides are going to change for you, but I feel like the timing hasn't, it's not happening in the immediate future, but I do feel like several months out that they could reach out to you. Now, it's really interesting because this Devil kind of looks a bit... I was going to say ambiguous. Or androgynous, rather. You have to release some of this in your energy field, though, to allow spirit and allow magic to do its thing. Chris. Because I feel like you're laser focused on this and it's really hard to let go. But I have the Two of Wands, you took action, the Six of Swords, Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. It's going to happen for you. It's the waiting for you is driving you insane. This devil in the Four of Cups, it's like it's become an obsession. And I understand. I've been there. The devil in the Four of Cups is obsessing over what it is that you cannot control, things that are out of your control. The Magician, you have done everything you can do to put yourself out there and tell Spirit what you want, defending yourself, claiming what it is that you want. You've done all of the right things, Chris. I do think that they're going to reach out, but I do think it's a little bit further out. We have the Five of Pentacles. It's creating an energy of feeling pissed off and left out in the cold, and it's to the point where it could also start like impacting your ego and sense of self, which is not great. So don't let that happen, because I don't think that this was a personal thing at you. And we've kind of talked about some of this before. I'm going to get more. I'm actually going to pull more tarot and then finish it up with Oracle, if that's cool with you. Spirit, show me, will he hear from a past job or boss? North Node, 10th house in Libra. Yes, but it's going to happen in due timing. Libra is September. We have North Node in the 10th house, or it's September, October energy. And North Node, like what is meant for you is never going to pass you by. Something is coming for you. You just have to wait longer than you want for it to happen right now. Spirit, show me, is the past job or boss the place that he is going to be going to? Or would he end up going somewhere new? I think that there's going to be opportunity for you to, I'll put Oracle for you too. I just want more information because I know this has been like heavily weighing on you. I think there will be an opportunity for you to go back. I feel like that's going to be more towards late summer, fall time. And then when it comes to, I would still continue to look at outside organizations, because there could be an opportunity for you to come back, but it's not going to hurt you in the meantime to look somewhere else. Showing the universe, 10 of Swords down here, you know what? Stick a fork in it. Like, if you don't want me to go there, I will go look at other places. And I told you that story about, that's exactly what I did with my home. I was like, you know what, Spirit? You don't want me to go there? Fine. I'll go look at other crap if that's what you want me to do. And that's what it took for this to come back to me. And, I don't encourage anyone to challenge Spirit, but, yeah, with the moon here, don't beat yourself up. Take a deep breath. You're going to make it. And I know Aries and patience is a tough thing. I'm actually going to pull advice for you. There are things that are out, and that's the thing, like if you're someone who is a worrier, or if you have anxiety, I've shared with some of you that I literally am diagnosed OCD. When you physically cannot control your worrying or your mind, like that's a very hard thing to do. Spirit, give me some advice for Chris. Give me advice for Chris to get him closer to his goal. We have the lotus within you awakes. You are a master of light on high. The time of guilt and shame ends now. Forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. We have release your inner rebel, which I feel like you have been doing. Be yourself and create your own universe. I think by sending them the message that you did was a very bold move, and I think it was good. You let them know loud and clear that that's what you wanted. So That's what I'm seeing for you. I think it could happen, but the timing is going to be further out than what you want. Let me know your next question. If you're called to donate, I have 3 reading options for you. I have yeah. Let's see. You know who I've been thinking about? Jaded. No worries. You're fine, honey. I'll be back. I'll be back. Chris, go ahead and post your next one. We got Chris, and then we got SB again. And, what was I saying? I don't even remember. Jaded, you know who I've been thinking about lately, who we have not seen on the channel, is Mr. Jones. I've been thinking about him for weeks. Hopefully he comes back. Aw, good. Sweet dreams, Jaded. Sweet dreams, baby Jaded. I'm about to paint this room a crazy color, so the next time that you see it, it's called Roomba Orange. I love Mr. Jones. Oh my gosh, happily ever after. I have to go say hi to her. I haven't been on there in a long time. Can you see why there's been so much, okay, let me get my feet on the ground. Can you see why there's been so much cattiness toward me in the workplace? It's starting to get to me, which is why, I've been pushing for the new job. All right, Spirit, show me what's going on with Chris at work. In the workplace, actually, you know what? I'm going to save this for SB. Oops, sorry. I hit my camera. I want brass tacks on this deck. Deep inside, and listen, as a Cancer moon, I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you're feeling right now, which is why I enjoy reading for you. All right, show me. No pressure, I just sent that there if you guys wanna. I don't want to be tacky, but you're welcome to send me or the cats a little teen. All right. Chris, Spirit, show me what's going on. Tap me into the energy and the cattiness that's going on at work. It feels off. What's going on? Here's the deal, my friend. You are not crazy. However, I do feel like some of these people are dealing with their own crap. And I think that you are kind of picking up on that energy. I'm not necessarily seeing this being directed towards you specifically. We have a lot of majors here, okay? I think that a lot of people are dealing with a lot of stress. I don't know if some of the people that you're working with are like struggling to pay their bills or like meet ends meet. I don't know if the morale is really low and there's a lot of pressure on people to perform. Maybe there's less staff going on. I think that you are picking up on the collective BS that's going on around you. Again, what you're feeling is valid. You're not crazy, but I don't think that I do feel like Spirit is sending you a signal and communicating with you clearly that there is a reason for you to start looking, because you feel like this place is no longer in alignment with you, or maybe there's something toxic about it that you don't like. That is all valid, but I don't see anyone necessarily plotting against you here. I'm picking up that there's a change going on. I feel like people are really letting things get to them. We just had a Grand Cross a few days ago. And so I think the pressure is on for a lot of people. People may not be at their best right now, and you're picking up on the collective of the people that you are dealing with. This Neptune energy of like, bleh. I can't see clearly. I'm picking up all of this emotion. I don't know where to go. Some of this is toxic. Should I talk about it or should I keep it inside? And I think so many changes, especially if there have been a lot of workplace changes, or like if your organization has made changes, or you guys have to follow new protocols and stuff, it's like one thing stacked up on another, right? And then like changes that are going on in the world. And I think a lot of people are carrying a lot of weight. Do you see this little creature thing here carrying this Wheel of Fortune? I think that's how a lot of your colleagues feel just about their life in general right now. Maybe you even feel that way. And I do think that some people are being bitchy, but I don't think they're ganging up on you. I think that this is just the way that people are treating each other right now, and it's not fair. The Queen of Swords over the Devil, there's some toxicity here in the workplace. And I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, and that's also Spirit's way of saying like, hey man, it's time to go. Right? Like that's going to give you a push to be like, you know what, I should probably start looking at other opportunities, because I don't really want to be around this. I don't see you staying there forever. Like you are going to find something else. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, competition, pettiness. You are not, I don't see you being like the center of, I think other people are also feeling what you're feeling. I don't feel like I mean, maybe you do feel ganged up on, I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot of immaturity going on. And if you do feel like you're being ganged up on, I feel like that energy could shift to another person in like a few days. Like I feel like everyone's gonna get a piece of this toxic, petty, catty energy that's going on there. Which should be more fuel for you to continue looking at other things. You could potentially, not that you want to do this, but you could potentially go somewhere else and, you know, maybe that other job comes around again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like you should or that you want to stay at this place forever. Let me see what else I have here. Yeah, all you got to do right now is look out for yourself. That was actually in Sag. Think about the bigger picture. And I would move in silence. I would move very quietly. If people are being nasty to you, do not play into it. Think about the long game. Sagittarius, you can smile, you can keep it moving, and you don't need to you don't need to address it. You don't need to call it out. Keep your eye on the prize, which is getting yourself out of there. Thinking about the big picture, expanding yourself. Sun in the first house and Sag energy. Keeping the peace until you can get to the bigger piece of the pie for yourself. Spirit, what other messages do we have for Chris? I think this is also happening right now to kind of get you to expand your horizons. Even if you do go back to an old boss or another employer, like, I think this is kind of, Spirit is definitely testing you right now. I mean, these cards are very intense here. 7 of Pentacles or 7 of Cups. It's like, what the hell is this all of a sudden? Like, what is all of this? We have the miracles are endless here. Oh, I love this. Is one of my favorite cards here. There is always enough, and then time to collaborate. When, and I've said this before to you, when you do get your new job, new position, new whatever it is, you are going to feel like, oh my God, this all makes sense right now. Sometimes there isn't a figuring out the lesson. So don't stress yourself out, because there could be, like in the previous reading, an obsession of like, oh my God, what's the lesson? What's the lesson? Sometimes we are just we're being held hostage to divine timing. So you need to let it go and surrender. I think it's more about surrendering and relinquishing control is more so what it is. And for an Aries, Cancer moon, that's pretty effing hard, okay? Let's get some other advice for our friend Chris here. How can Chris help to detach from this catty energy? Peace, harmony, and contentment. The time that the things that you can control, like you, yourself, your time, what you are choosing to do, be very much at peace with that. We have remember who you are, return to the roots. This is about relying on yourself. And we have flow, see where it takes you. Yeah, this is all about relinquishing control. Because when we relinquish control, we allow Spirit to bring in something greater and higher than maybe we could have imagined for ourselves. And so you put your intention in action, you put it out there, and all you can continue to do is live your best life right now. But don't play into the negative behavior. Try to create more joy and peace in your life where you can. Because life isn't all about work, says the workaholic. Sorry, I still have paint all over my nail. Well, it's like on my nails, but it's fine. I'm about to paint 2 more rooms, so I'm like, how do I really need to fix it all right now? Anyway. Chris, thank you so much for letting me read for you. We're going to go over to SB. If you guys are called to donate. Yeah, I'm a workaholic too. Whoops, I sent the same thing again. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you're called to donate, let me know. I have 3 reading options for you, and we're going to keep on keeping out. All right. SB. All right, girl. Let me grab your... All right. And hearts for Newbie for being our amazing moderator. All right. All right, SB, go ahead and post it. Oh, I see now. Go to NYC Forum Royally. How will that go? I need a fresh perspective. Fun. going to NYC for, girl, New York is a cool place. My Mars runs through New York City and I can't go there anymore. It's amazing, but being on my Mars line is so intense because it squares my sun and my Mars is in my first house. It's a lot. But New York is really cool. It's unlike anywhere else. All right, Spirit. How will the trip to NYC go? How will the trip to NYC go? Things are going to be moving fast. The Emperor. 3 of Pentacles. You could meet someone while you're there. So I hope you have some fun activities planned for outdoor stuff. Fun in the sun. Maybe you can go on some type of like tour. 4 of Swords. All right. There's going to be some healing. Make sure that you allow yourself to celebrate yourself. Make sure that you don't, you know, if you have, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. It's going to go by very, very fast. I feel like when you come home, you're going to be absolutely exhausted. I do see a male. I don't know if you're traveling with a man or you're meeting a man, but make sure that you are, you know, getting some fresh air while you're there and you're doing things that you actually want to do. You're not just like busying the crap out of yourself and like running yourself ragged. Allow time for, I don't know if you're planning on going to like a spa or somewhere like that, but I feel like there is an opportunity for healing here. Like, I don't know if you would be going to like, it's possible that you could meet a man, or maybe you need to get, or this could also just be you taking control of the situation here with the Emperor. There may be some decisions that you have to make on this vacation, on this trip, and you're like, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this. And if you don't make those decisions, you might, you know, if you don't collaborate and you let someone make all the decisions, you may not be as happy about the trip as you could be. But yeah, I do think that there's opportunity for healing. I think it would be cool if you could go, and again, I know it's New York City, and I know this probably, it's not like you're going to like New Orleans or something, but I feel like if you could get like a tarot reading or like go to somebody, I think that would be like a really cool, fun thing for you guys to like do or like bond over, or maybe if your cousin is into that, I don't know, maybe she knows someone. But yeah, the 2 of Wands. Make sure that you are getting enough sleep and rest and relaxation. I feel like it's going to go by very quickly. I also feel like I don't know if your cousin is someone you feel like you can really open up with and be vulnerable and, you know, share your emotions with, but I do feel like there's some healing conversations because I feel like you're going through some stuff. Does that make sense, SB? I see this being more of a healing trip for you than anything. And taking time to kind of sort things out for yourself in your mind with the 4 of Swords. And maybe there's been a lot of pressure on yourself and you have some realizations of how you can heal and how you can move forward. Yeah, 3rd house of communication. I think you might have a past life connection with your cousin. And then we have Pisces here. Really getting deep, talking about deep communication stuff, past behaviors, past, maybe even some past trauma or like behaviors that you want to break. Let me see. I don't think I have my Sacred Travelers out. I don't. But you know what? I'm going to grab the crystal deck for you instead. I probably should put my Sacred Travelers deck out now that people will be going on holiday. You have, so do I. I have 4 placements in the 9th house, but I totally feel you on that. Spirit, show me what are some things that SB can focus on during this trip. This is more of a spiritual reading, I feel like, than your trip reading, but I feel like these are the kind of themes that are going to be coming up for you. Self-confidence through God confidence, believing in yourself by believing in God working through you, Tiger's Eye, which is a great, great protective stone. Clear quartz, let yourself feel all of your emotions. And maybe your cousin is someone that helps you do that. There's things that you're bringing to light that you're able to heal for yourself. Maybe even some deep-seated family stuff. You said, that's okay, that's what I wanted. Let yourself feel all of your feelings. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. And then we have garnet, purification and detoxification. Yes. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. What else? Oh, we'll pull from this deck. Trust all will be well. New moon in Virgo. Speak your world into being. Maybe you're going to have realizations about like what, if there has been anything that's holding you back, like you're having a breakthrough of like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is how I feel about this thing. And this is what I'm going to do next. And then we have new moon in Leo shine. There are going to be some really beautiful positive. I mean, we have the sun, we have new moon in Leo here. Let yourself peacock, wear some funky outfits, do some fun things. Let yourself really live. Maybe let yourself do some things you don't normally do. Even if that includes like resting or going to the spa or like peacocking, wearing like, you know, bright colors and like doing whatever you want, right? But I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. SB, I think you're gonna. There's going to be fun to have, and some emotional deep dives and healing, and realizing that you can't carry, you can't carry the load that you've been carrying, either. Because I feel like you've been doing the work of you've been doing the emotional labor of 2 to 3 people, and you gotta just, I think you need someone to talk to about some of these things, and she's the perfect person for you to talk to. So I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay. Thanks, Chris. If you're called to donate, let me know. We're doing donation only today. Chris, go ahead and post. Mi amor. right, so we picked up a possible ending pertaining to a water sign in the month of May, when it could happen. Tell me more. Let's tell Chris more about, let's dive deeper into the ending we picked up on our last session about this water sign. Spirit, show me more. Queen of Wands. Ace of Pentacles on the top of the deck. So what Spirit is pretty much telling me here is, and then we have the Fool, which is Aries energy. I'm taking this as, with the Fool here and the Queen of Wands here with this fire energy, the ball I feel like is in your court. I don't necessarily see you being blindsided by something. I feel like this is you making a decision because you're in a place where there's something weighing on you, or you're feeling anxious. And with this Hermit energy, maybe you're feeling like you're really alone in a partnership and you're like, why am I still doing this? Like, I feel like we need to potentially separate or move on from this situation. I feel like this is something that you might take initiation with. I don't feel like this is something you'll be blindsided by. Entertainment purposes only. I could be wrong. I don't know if you even feel this way, but this is what I'm picking up on. The Three of Wands says this would be some type of plan, and it also includes financial planning here. The Three of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. If you need to separate, you're kind of figuring out a plan as to like how and when you would be deciding to move on. Because if you're feeling like you are always alone and you're having to figure things out for yourself, or you're having to even hide things from your partner with Magician and Hermit, it's like you're having these realizations of like, why am I doing this? As well as like the Nine of Swords, this is weighing on me. Like I just feel like I can't continue this. I feel like I can't go on. And those are feelings that could be coming up very strongly for you. Does this make sense to you, or am I totally off here? Because that's what I'm picking up on. I feel like you would be making the choice here to do this. Spirit, tell me more about this separation in May. What is this energy? Yeah, Libra, 12th house, bringing balance to things that are hidden. Neptune also talks about rose-colored glasses, like we're not seeing things through a distorted lens, bringing balance to things that are hidden and bringing balance to things that are distorted. Neptune. Maybe bringing things to light, bringing things to balance that we've been avoiding or hiding for a long time. Maybe you felt this way for a long time. I don't know. I'll use the Lenormand too. Show me the energy during this time frame of the separation with the water sign, and what other information can help Chris with this situation. We have the Stork. Makes sense. Oh, okay. No, I feel like this is a breakup. I feel like this is you choosing to walk away from, yeah. Now this is really interesting. Now I don't see you having a child here, but what I am seeing for you is like, I think there's something weighing on you where you feel like you want to bring something to life. You want to birth something new in your life, and you feel like that's being stolen from you, or you feel like something about your light or your energy is being stolen from you to where you may have to hide it from your partner. In the 12th house, And the separation is going to allow you to be more of yourself and allow you to live out loud. Not even necessarily out loud, but it's like living in a way that's more authentic so that you can be the real you. Because I feel like you have a feeling of being alone, or feel like we're focused on two different things. Yeah, and people change over time, but I feel like you're to a point where you can't really be open and honest. Maybe you feel like sometimes you're walking on eggshells with a Scorpio because you guys are on really different pages, or you feel like you have a lot more energy than they do, and when you want to do new things or fun things or Aries-like things, and they're just the moody birdie Scorpio, like womp womp, I came home from work and I'm gonna watch my show and that's what I want to do, and everyone stay away from me and I'm gonna eat my ice cream. That, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, this isn't fulfilling me anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And so in May, that's going to be louder and louder and louder. So if I wasn't clear before, yes, I do see this being a romantic relationship ending with your partner. Excuse me, with the Scorpio. I think there's still a lot for you to go and do and be and explore. And I think your partner is kind of like, you know, I know who I am and I'm really good chilling here. And there's nothing wrong with neither of you are wrong. I just don't think that you guys are compatible anymore. There may have been a time where you were and things were exciting, but I think you guys have kind of grown apart in that way. Let me see what else I have here. Your energy feels like you want to give birth to something, you want to do something new, you want to start something new, and your energy is just being squandered and squashed. You know what? How do you feel about cats, Chris? I'm going to pull the cat deck for you. Why not? Why not? Peace. Well, I got peace for you multiple times. Serena, she will guide you to the sanctuary at the center of your being, the place of stillness in the midst of the flowing river of life. She knows the language of forgiveness and acceptance. If you are quiet for a moment and let your heart soften and open, she can teach you these true words so that you may rest your mind in the abode of peace. We cannot control the actions of others, but our perspectives, our feelings, and our choices remain in our own power. Choose to be at peace even as you work towards resolution, evolution, and change. We also have Focus, Artemis. She is the master hunter. She can focus her attention like a laser beam. She has crystal clear vision and razor sharp hearing. She has some extra innate antenna that can pick up on subtle clues. She observes everything. That's your Cancer moon. Knows how to be invisible and leaps out at the perfect moment. We often have a zillion ideas floating in our minds. We are multitasking machines. When Artemis shows up, it's time to pick one thing and hone in on it and quell any distractions. How will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it, letting everything else fade into the background for the moment? It's like frickin' Ember. She's jumping on the frickin', I have lizards that crawl up my screens and I can't even open my windows. Wild. This is cute. Samson, he is a shimmering concoction of wildness and strength. Yes, Nita, I'm still open. Hey, girl. He lives perpetually under the full moon. With limitless abandon, he races over the hills, feeling the perfect harmony of his body moving unhindered by thoughts. Unfettered by beliefs of who he should be or how he should act, Samson is fully himself without question or excuse. And that's exactly what I'm saying here. I don't feel like you can fully be who you are and fully be yourself. I feel like you're having to edit yourself or you're having to hide things in the 12th house astrology where you feel like you can't fully be yourself anymore in this relationship. If you have been If you've been the proper house cat for too long, step outside and awaken your precious wild self. Unleash your longings and join Samson under the moon's wild light. Yeah, I just feel like there's so much more for you that you want to discover that I don't think that you can do in this relationship. And I don't want to sound mean. I feel like the relationship's kind of holding you back from fully discovering who Chris is. And I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Chris, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, I will be ending soon, but Nita, you are welcome to donate. I have 3 reading options for you. And yeah, if you guys are called to donate, let me know. I will do last call. I guess that's a good reminder. Last call for donations. We'll take a few more. And then we shall keep on keeping on. All right, Nita, go right ahead. You can go ahead and post your question. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Thank you, Chris. All right. Last call for donations, guys. All right, Nita. You are up, girl. All right. All right, Nita, let's get into it, girl. So, I know I'll never see this guy again, but last night I went to dinner and had a big crush on the waiter. Did he think I was cute too? Ooh, that's a fun question. That's cute. That's real cute. I mean, listen, you could always go back there. You could always go back there. I know I'll never see this guy again. I had a big crush on the waiter. Did he think I was cute too? I love this question, Spirit. I'm like smiling so wide. Spirit, show me. Did the waiter think Nita was cute too? Did the waiter think Nita was cute too? Nita, do you think it's possible that he could be Nita? Do you think it's possible that he could be playing for the same team? He was the best waiter that you ever had. Is it possible that he is also into men? Maybe he likes both? He saw you as someone he seemed very straight. Okay. He saw you as someone very powerful. He's felt that you were someone who had a real presence about them. And so I feel like he was almost a little intimidated by you. I'm not going to lie. I have the High Priestess, I have Justice, the Hierophant, and King of Swords. The 5 of Cups, I don't know if he was stressed out that night or maybe he was going through something a little emotional. So I don't have a lot of like fire energy here, but I definitely feel like it was more of like a deep like, wow, I kind of respect this person than like, oh wow, sexy, I want to like jump into the bathroom with you type of energy. I almost feel like he was a little intimidated by your femininity in a good way, like in a good way here. So yeah, I think he was attracted to your overall energy. It wasn't like, oh my god, this chick is so hot, like blah blah blah. It was more like, damn, Nita is a woman. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, wow. He was more taken aback with your presence, and it wasn't just a looks thing. So I'm sure he thought you were attractive. This was more like, I'm kind of taken it back by the presence and quality of this person beyond what they look like. There was a sense of like, this is a good quality human being type of a thing. So overall, I will say yes. I do think that they could potentially be bi. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't care if they seem straight or not. That's kind of what I have two men here. Just saying. Just saying. Let me see what else. Yeah, they were kind of intimidated by your presence more so than like, does that make, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he also thinks that you're someone who, I don't know if you were wearing like your best outfit or like your nicest, I don't know if you were wearing like a luxury brand or something. We have Mars and Pisces in the second house. He thought that you were either wealthy, or he thought that you were very well off, and that he was kind of below you. With this Knight of Pentacles energy, you were kind of giving off, not that you were too good, but I think he kind of felt like he was below you, like energetically. You said I was, yeah. So with the second house, he was like, wow, Nita you probably looked really good. You were really put together. Maybe you had some type of luxury brand on, and he probably thought like, wow, you're a much higher caliber woman than I think he's used to dealing with. And so he was a little taken it back with the whole package of what you are. It wasn't like, oh, here's this hot chick. It wasn't like that. I think he was picking up what you were putting down. I think it was mutual, but it wasn't just some flash in the pan thing. I think there was some type of recognition there between the two of you. So you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Hey, maybe you need to go back there for dinner tonight. Who knows? Right? But yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Little does he know I'm jobless. Oh no, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm sorry to hear that. Ugh. Well, hey, I'm glad that you had a nice evening, and now you can just think about this cute little dude. But that was fun. Hey, maybe you can get a job there. Oh, perfect. I'm so glad you already got another one. That's awesome. See, look at you go. That's because you are a freaking boss. Hierophant. We've talked about organizations as well. So I'm excited. I love reading for you. Thank you for popping over here. I really appreciate you. Anyone else? Last call. We are ending soon. Last call. For sure. All right, guys. I think that's all she wrote for today. Newbie, how you doing, girl? How you feeling? I hope you are well, my friend. All right, y'all. I will see you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.